body snatcher. Time for some mixing. Time for some mixing. Time for some mixing.
Let's get ready to rumble. Welcome to Joe Jack and with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Again, that's IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host, B.O.B. Bob, but I will go by the name of Robert Lee Orr Jr. if you insist on being formal. And as always, from the south side.
Wow.
Illinois.
I'm healthy.
Get up with my main man. What? TC, what? What's up, TC?
Man, it feels good.
Welcome back, TC.
Yes, I want to shout out Lance Kirby, my doctor out there in Olympia Fields. Brought me back to life, baby.
Oh, yeah, man.
Man,
I was out of commission last week.
Let me tell you my little problem real quick. Well, my little escapade I've been on. 2 hospitals. Gave me wrong medicine.
Uh-huh.
Every time I take the medicine, made me throw up. I'm feeling worse.
Right.
Go holler at Mr. Kirby. Took care of me, man.
A free shout out.
Man, yes he is. That's a good doctor out there. I just want to put it out there. But how you doing, Bob? A lot of stuff been going on this week.
I miss you, man, because last week, man, he was out, man. Anytime somebody get up off the table, man, go lay on the couch, and you can see the patch of his Levi jean. We were looking at the patch of Levi jean, but I'm glad to see you back, man.
Oh, yeah.
Back and vibrant, and you still TC, so that's all that matters. Why don't you tell everybody about your club real quick?
Oh, yeah, that's a good plug. Go out there, check out the Over 30 Crowd Lounge in Linwood, 19755 South Torrance. You know, we getting it in, y'all. Y'all come have a drink and show some support and check it out with your boys. It's a nice spot. And, you know, we got the Final Four weekend next weekend, you know, so y'all come on out there and check us out.
Okay, also on Tuesday nights from 5 o'clock to 8:30 on 19051 South Halsted in Glenwood, Illinois. You can come out there, basketball and beyond. If you got kids, it's any boys. From 5th grade through 12th grade, you can come out there. They can shoot basketball, have an open gym. And then we have 30-minute discussions per age group. If they 5th through 8th grade, we have a discussion at that spot. And then we also have a discussion at 9th through 12th grade. Or if you want to volunteer for basketball and beyond, we're always looking for some male volunteers or female volunteers. I'm going to extend my volunteer invitations. We got some, female volunteers if you want to come out and participate as well. Today, we got a good show today. We got a trustee from Park Forest, a village trustee. Jerome Brown is in the building. We want to sit down and talk to him about the election season that's going on right now and get all his point of views about politics and a few things, probably just on TC, man. TC always coming up with something.
Yeah, I got a few things on my mind. You know, first of all, I just wanted your opinion about that, about the Affordable Care Act being repealed. How you feel about that?
Oh, I feel good about that.
Oh, yeah. We
about that getting rejected.
Yeah.
About them rejecting that. I mean, it was too many people that's going to lose healthcare benefits if that go on. I don't think that they should be trying to replace it. I think that they should be trying to correct it. If anything, you don't remove people from healthcare benefits. You only extend it. That's my philosophy, but that only make too much sense. We're not politicians, so most people who are not politicians make sense. So Jerome Brown don't have to dispute me on that.
Okay.
Because we don't know any honest politicians, do we?
Nah, not really. So we got one in the house, right?
He got a chance to redeem all politicians. If we smell something in the air, we're gonna call him out on it. So we're glad Jerome Brown is in the building. So what we're gonna do is 3 ways you can listen to the show. First of all, you can listen to the show on IntellectualRadio.com. You also can listen to the show on YouTube Live, and you can listen to the show on Facebook Live if you're friends with us. So, or you can call in 708-223-8953. On the other side of the break, we'll be bringing in our guest, Jerome Brown, in the building.
Break it right there.
Oh, well, I'm going to break, and Earl is not even at the machine. I know I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just talking. You know how Jaw Jack can do. We just talk sometimes. But we're going to go and break now, though, because Earl is back. So sometimes, radio is not about being perfect. Sometimes you just got to roll with whatever you do. But you're listening to Joe Jack and with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be right back on the other side of the break with Mr. Jerome Brown.
In this corner, we have the folk body snatcher. In this corner, we have the folk body snatcher.
What up, Trish? Welcome back to Joe Jackin with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. In the building, we got a very special guest, so let's give it up for Mr. Jerome Brown, Park Forest Village trustee. What's good, man? How you doing, man? Good to meet you, man.
Long days and short nights.
I know, man. I'm glad you made it out, man. Let's firstly, I want to talk about this 6 degrees of separation real quick. It's funny how 6 degrees of separation works sometimes. But I want to name a few people that I saw that was on Facebook friends, that was mutual friends. First of all, Barb Dorman.
Yeah.
Barb Dorman. I used to work with her
Okay.
at Southland Voice newspaper.
Super fantastic.
Barb Dorman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that newspaper was
Right.
great for the South suburbs.
Yeah.
Also, Cynthia Butler. She was a trustee for Richard Park.
Right.
She was a guest on our show. She came out
Okay.
here, Miss Cynthia Butler.
Real nice lady.
And
Yeah.
Carissa Parker.
Oh, wow. I know
Parker.
Carissa.
Yo, Carissa, she was
Yeah.
on our show. Carissa came out to our
Okay.
show.
Went
And
to school with us.
went to school with us.
Morgan Park.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
And Carissa Parker, man. That was, and my sister Gigi Moore.
Of course.
Wow.
She
Of
sent
course.
me a message to tell you
Uh-oh.
she wanted you to be at her meeting on April 12th in town
them on blast, huh?
going on. So I'm putting them on blast, Gigi.
Right,
I got
right,
them.
right.
We did it,
You gotta
Gigi.
check the schedule. No, I'll be there.
So anyway, trustee for Park Forest, tell us about what your position entails and what do you do out in Park Forest and how long you been in that position?
That's a lot of questions. Number one, a position is for 4 years. And let me get something straight first. You want to say, will I be able to, what was the word? Defend politicians. I'm not going to do that. I don't consider myself a politician. I'm an elected official.
Okay.
I work for the people. So that's the difference. Politicians, they have a bad name and some of them deserve it. So I set myself aside from them and I consider myself an elected official. During board meetings, I'm dressed like I am now. I wear suits, but I never wear a tie. And the reason why I don't wear a tie is symbolic because I don't want people to be under the impression that I'm tied to any other nonsense that go on in the politic world. So you may catch me in a tie at a wedding or a funeral, but never at board meetings or when I'm in a political setting because I don't want people to be under the impression that I'm tied to any connections.
And how long have you been a trustee?
For 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Yeah,
All right.
actually 4 years come Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah,
So y'all in the middle of election season now, though, right?
dead in the middle.
Right. So when the voting just started,
It
right?
started last week, Monday, and it ends on the 3rd, and election day is on the 4th. Early voting is Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Tuesday, election day, which is April 4th, I'm under the impression it will be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Oh, okay. So what platform? I mean, what is the platform you're running on right now? Like, what is the theme? What's your theme you got going on?
It's funny that you say that because the theme that I run on and the issues that I have, I've been running for the same thing all my life, even before I got into the political world, fighting for the underdog, fighting for justice and things of that nature. When I moved to Park Forest, we had some situations with high price on water bills, discolored water, businesses wasn't in town, and it was just a group of things. And I decided to run to try to fix those things. I'm not a great big cheerleader. I know how to be a cheerleader, but I'm mostly a player. So I got in the game and started trying to change things, and I've been successful. Right now, we are doing some work with our water mains. We've replaced 10 miles of water mains. And then as far as employment, the company that I work for, which is CAPS, it's a community assistance program. We're a nonprofit organization. We've hired about 700 people in a Southland area, and that includes Park Forest. And the next challenge that I have is to bring businesses to Park Forest. And right now, that's more of a challenge because of the property taxes. And from what rumors say, I'm trying to dispel them, is saying that Park Forest is not a business-friendly town.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we, it's just some things that, you have to fight day in and day out. I have a son that's 7 years old named Dash, and I don't know if I tabooed him with that name because he's quick. He's an athletic kid. In kindergarten, he was reading on a 4th grade level. He's in 1st grade. Now I don't know what he's going to score, but I'm totally involved, and he's involved in all of the activities. You know, baseball, basketball, and football. He do exceptionally well in all sports. So now I have this. I'm an advocate for activities, and what I've learned, because I'm originally from Roseland, then basically the Morgan Park area. After that, in each of these communities, when activities are taken out of the community, so does the community go. So I'm fighting hard, and I work hand in hand with coaches and the community is to keep these activities up and going. And it was interesting in this last basketball season. I was like, we need to do something different. I get tired of going to practices and going to games is just seeing moms. You know, they do a good job. Don't get me wrong, but it's our turn, especially as the Black community, to take our stand and shout out for our kids. So we have a few fathers that's there, and I say, how can I, shake their chain without saying, can you do this? Can you do that? And I was thinking, some of you guys think they can still play basketball. So I came up with a challenge: the coaches versus the parents. And oh man, it was we had a fantastic time. Big guy Martise, he was one of the players. Well, he was sitting on the bench most of the time. No.
They know better.
So Martise was one of the players, and I was a player / coach. And oh man, we had a wonderful time. Each time one of us got fouled, I didn't want to make it that serious, so we pulled people out of the audience to shoot our free throw shots. I had one guy throw a bottle of water on me, and I chased him around with the bucket and threw confetti out. And right now, today, I'm still seeing people saying they've never seen nothing like that. So it brought this community together, and it brought the fathers out. And the fathers are now asking me, when are we going to do it again? I said, I think we should make an annual thing out of it. And they was like, no, man, we should do that like maybe at least twice a year. And I said, well, what about we do it every quarter? So we just got to put the mechanics together, and we're gonna make it work, man. It was so many fathers there. They was coming to practices. It was fantastic.
I want to, in the fact that you're running for trustee of Park Forest, and we have ties to Park Forest. I mean, TC used to live in Park Forest for a while. I think that's how you guys met. And I used to stay in Park Forest. My mom stayed in Park Forest.
Okay.
My sister Gigi stayed in Park Forest. But I just wanted to get the audience kind of caught up on Park Forest and the reputation of Park Forest real quick. Park Forest began life in 1948 as a plan to provide housing for GIs returning from World War II. It was the first post-war planned community, and in its innovation design has been recognized and used as a model all around the world. The village of Park Forest has received numerous awards and citations, including 2 All-American City Awards, the Birmingham Award for Excellence in Planning for its downtown redevelopment in 2007, and was named one of America's most livable suburbs by Forbes magazine. And in 2014 was ranked 3rd in the nation in affordable housing by Business Index. The question is, what is the current condition of Park Forest right now? Does it still have all of these accolades in process, or what is extremely different from Park Forest right now and all of the accolades that was?
First of all, you're trying to make me lose an election. No.
Right.
Well, Park Forest is a great town. What make it great now is the people, and the best way I could describe it is, I think back in the day, the business and the growing of the community is what made it so rich. All of the businesses are gone now, and it's hard for us to get businesses back in town. So what's carrying the weight of the town now are the people, a mixture of people that's in the town. And we have commissions and things of that nature. So what make Park Forest now great is the people. We have some accolades far as we have an aqua center that's there. That I think it's a wonderful activity to do in the summer. And the other thing that I could brag about is the activities, like I said, that my son is involved in. Baseball, basketball, and football. I don't know too much about the soccer because that's not our thing. But if you have a kid in Park Forest, they have plenty to do. And the other thing is we have a lot of different activities. We used to have a wine tasting thing, and it drew people in from all around the South region that participated in it. We have a huge Halloween haunted house. We have a place called a Spar Theater that do a lot of lifetime achievement award type of people from the Supremes, your Dinah Rosses. They reenact their lives. Ella Fitzgerald. I've been to a whole lot of different shows there. Then we have the Freedom Hall, and they have a lot of big shows as well. So
they had a theater and an art gallery over there too, right?
Yeah, that's downtown. Well, I'm talking about the two.
Tall Grass.
Yeah.
Tall Grass and the theater. They still had a theater over there.
The movie theater's closed down.
No, I'm talking about the actual theater. It's a theater.
That's the Spar Theater.
Okay.
That's what they have.
You do
now.
plays, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Spar Theater. And
really nice.
Yeah, they have some phenomenal plays. And every seat is a good seat. And so is Freedom Hall. Freedom Halls are more on like the main street called Lakewood. And it's a phenomenal facility. Every seat is a good seat. They have some super fantastic shows. The Spar Theater, once again, is in the downtown area, and it's a wonderful theater as well. All seats are good seats, but they also do publishing. Like if you want to publish a book, write your own book, they teach you how to publish it. If you want to be a public speaker or something to that nature, they do all of those type of things. So. That's to Dr. Wilkins, and my hat go off to him because he's doing a lot of work in Park Forest.
I want you to describe or define home rule community and non-home rule community, so we can know the difference. And Park Forest is where Park Forest falls on that.
Well, we home rule, and home rule basically mean that we don't have to do referendums, and we basically could do what we want to do. And it's in most cases it's a good thing, and not to say anything bad about constituents or things like that, but it's like the policymakers should do their homework and study, certain things, and then they make the choice for the people. And if you're working it effectively like that, then it's a great thing. But in some cases, I think that home rule could be a bad thing because it's just like anything else. People take advantage of it. And when you're not questioned or can't be questioned about something, who is the police? And that sometimes, the police need to be police. So home rule, it's like a double-edged sword. It could cut you on both sides, or it could cut you in a good way. Like, you need a knife to cut a cake, and feed yourself a dessert.
But don't you get more money for being a home rule community than just say your neighboring city in Richmond Park?
Mm-hmm.
They're non-home rule, right?
Exactly.
So I know it's a population difference. You got to have.
I think the magic number is 25,000.
25,000.
Yeah, but as far as who get more money, I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to ask a question, TC?
I have to ask you, what about the mayor of Park Forest? I mean, could you speak on that?
Here we go.
We're gonna ask you because
we're trying to look for real politicians. There's honest ones, the honest ones.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking about the mayor because by you being an elected official, I mean, you had some aspiration of being a mayor yourself, right?
Well, I actually ran for mayor.
Oh, you ran for mayor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ran for mayor, and I wasn't successful, and holding on to my seat now, and we'll see what happens on April 4th. What do I think about the mayor? I think that he's a good, person, but at the same time, everything needs change. And it's not that I'm attacking him or anything. I just really spoke to him the other day on the phone, and he's put in 20 years, And
he's been mayor for 20 years?
Yeah, he's been the mayor for 20 years in Park Forest. And right now in my life, I haven't did anything for 20 years, and I don't know so much if I want to. I'm always doing something creative, and I believe in change. And anything, I mean, you can look at a marriage, you've been in a marriage for 20 years, it gets stale. So you have to do something different, so you try to do the same thing all the time. what Park Forest was 20 years ago is not what it is today. With the racial buildup, with the businesses that was here are not here anymore. And like I said, when I'm coming in, where I have a 7-year-old, I'm in touch with, the activities and the sports and school and the education and things of that nature, where he's not, and I'm not saying that he's not concerned, but I'm saying that he don't have any skin in the game, if you will. So I have to be there. It's not, I'm not a deadbeat dad. I have to be there. And if I could pat myself on the back, everybody in town know me by my son. We like Batman and Robin, and he attend board meetings. And I mean, every meeting I go to, he go to Kiwanis meetings and the American Legion Club meetings, and any place I'm where I have to be, he's there as well. So he's learning a lot of different things as he's growing up. He's like a real mature kid, but at the same time, he keep me young because I'm at all of his events. So we sit down at night and we pull out our appointment books, to see where we gonna be. And sometimes he has to remind Pops, hey, Dad, we got such and such tonight. And I say, yeah. So that's the only difference. I don't want to Park Forest, everybody really, really, really watch what I say. So I don't want to put any negative. I'm like kind of over the, throwing people up under the bus. But all I'm saying is we've had a huge change in Park Forest. And I think it's time for change.
One of the things in a lot of communities that happen is a concept called redlining. So I want you to define redlining so that our audience can get a real grasp of what redlining is, and does it have an impact on Park Forest right now?
100%. But at the same time, with redlining, all it is discrimination. Long story short, is discrimination, but we could control that. The Nielsen reports say that we are the biggest consumer of all time. Not now. And I think we spend over $1 trillion in our disposable income, but yet no one respect us. We really don't have banks. We don't have no type of businesses that we could call our own. And what they do realize is that we'll travel anywhere to go spend our money or live with them or eat with them, but no one would come to us. So if you have something like, let's say a store that's not here anymore, Marshall Fields. Well, Marshall Fields know that, hey, if we move over to Orleans, the people from Chicago, Harvey, or whatever Black community that they'll travel there. But Orland Park is not going to travel to Harvey. So, at some point, if we the consumers, we got to change that. Even with the banks, when the banks redline us and make us pay more of a interest than another culture, I'd say the Black people who are homeowners, everybody get together and hold a mortgage back for 1 month and see how it impact that bank. They'll give us some attention then. I mean, look at this.
So I just want to make sure we clear on redlining, because redlining is when someone services are denied to a community, resources are denied to a community, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to be sort of a little more specific in who's redlining. Who would you describe as redlining?
If it's hard for you to say that.
No, it's not hard. It's who run the country, and some people's when they say they speak about white people, and that's who have, and then it breaks up between Jewish people, white people, and things of that nature, because the Black people don't have these companies. Roseland had all of this stuff, but as Blacks moved in, all of these companies moved out, because when Roseland went from a white population to Black families, it was okay. But then that second wave of people came through, And now it's not so much about black and white, and people don't want to talk about races, and it's okay. We have to talk about the elephant in the room if we want to make some differences. So I'm comfortable with talking about white people and black people. Where our problem lies is the class of people, and that's what happened in Roseland. It went from white people to black people, then it changed to a class of people. Now, in the interim of that, as the class of people changed, all the resources was taken out. And when the resources are taken out, then crime come in. And then when crime come in, you're looking at property value go down. And then it's just a domino effect from that point on. And it's very hard to overcome or regain some type of a situation where you can start making things happen on a positive note again. It's really, really good.
For you to be a trustee in Park Forest, let's at least highlight this fact.
Okay.
Park Forest is diverse. It's very diverse. I mean, is that true? Or is it still diverse? I mean, am I missing something?
Yeah, you are. Well, the story is sold that we're diverse, but
Okay.
but we're not. What do diverse mean to you?
Diverse means just, I mean, it was a mixture of races. I mean, I remember.
What does that mean?
That means black and white is in Park
Now,
Forest.
what does that mean?
That means black and white people sharing space in a community.
So if two white guys share a space with 30 black guys, is that diverse?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, people have with diverse. So I'm saying we've got to have real conversation.
Okay, that's cool. That's
So is the
because I was assuming that you had this grasp of diversity based off of my memory of Park Forest being mixed.
That's what people say, and that's what is led to believe. But the vast majority of Park Forest is black.
Okay.
Yeah, and but now when it comes to like the hiring practices and things of that nature, then we back to the minority situation. So and that's with a lot of communities. You know, it's not Park Forest. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to
No, that's all right.
punch nobody in the eye, but I'm giving you, facts. I'm gonna speak the truth. Like I said, I'm an elected official, so I speak in behalf of the people. So when you look at Park Forest, not with a magnifying glass, I'm talking about with you only have that 20/20 vision. It's not a diverse community. It's a black community with some white people that are there.
Wow.
And I'm even able to say we don't only have to talk about Park Forest. We can talk about any community that say that they are a diverse community. If you have blacks moving in and white moving out, even if it's 50-50, that's not a diverse community. It's a transitional community. If that makes sense.
I get you, yeah.
So, and if you check the year later, it won't be 50-50 anymore. It'll be 60-40, 70-30 as time. So that's not a diverse community. That's a transitional community. So when I go out, and I do go out and I meet the people, and I love everybody, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. On fire one time on a motorcycle, blew up, and people I never knew in my life just came out and put me out of fire. So I have great respect for people, strangers, and everything else. But I won't still call a lemon. I'm gonna call a duck a duck. So it's Park Forest. They'll love to say that. They'll love to say it's a diverse community, but it's not. It's a community. It's really a transitional community now, because if I'm safe to say that we're about 75% black population.
Is that good or bad? As far as, I mean, is that good or bad to in your perception, as far as you embracing the transition, as far as energies are going into the fact that Park Forest is becoming primarily black, to say, man, I got some programs that I can put in place to make this black community really flourish. So is that something that you're excited about? Or
see, once again, I'm comfortable in my skin, so I don't care who live there. I'm going to embrace you, and I'm going to love you, and I'm going to treat you with respect, and I'm going to demand respect back. And that's how I think all communities should be. I don't want no favors, and you don't owe me anything. Do is respect and get along. Now, with the situation where it's at, I think you said, do I like it? it's not that I like it or dislike it. It is what it is. But I can tell you this, I could never, it's some people that I've talked to, it kind of make me sick to the stomach. They don't want Park Forest to be an all black community. You would never hear me say that. You'll never hear me say I want it to be a diverse community. You'll never hear me want us, and I think it's a good thing being diverse, but you'll never hear me say that I want it to be diverse. You'll never hear me say I want it to be black. You'll never hear me say I wish it was more white people. I'm saying that whatever it is, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to stay inside my skin, and I'm going to deal with whatever situation that, and like I say, respect. But here's the thing, and it's just the sad part. We are one of the only groups of people that I know that have a problem with living among their own people. I've never heard a Chinaman say, it's all Chinese moving in this neighborhood. Sure. I've never heard that. I never heard a Indian, a Native American say, I'm ready to move because nothing but Native Americans around here. And I certainly haven't heard a white person say, there's too many white people around here. I got to go.
Why do you think that is?
We in competition.
You too, TC.
Yeah, we in total competition with each other. We've been taught how to hate each other. We've been taught how to hate the way we look, the way we talk, the way we walk. I mean, we are people that have a lot of self-hate, and it's like an oxymoron because it's like we have the best to offer. I think that black people have the most intelligence, and what I mean by that is it was against the law for us to learn. I mean, it was illegal for us to learn, and the penalty was being beat, killed, tortured, hung, things like that. And many moons later, we had a black president. That's phenomenal. I don't know of any other races that have done that. We're the most forgiving, most caring, and things of that nature. But we have this stereotype and this title that, we're the worst people in the world. And that would make me pro-black. Now, when you say you pro-black, you're looked down upon because if you're pro-black, that means you anti something else. And that's not true. You could just I love me, don't mean I hate everybody else. I love Jerome. I love my son. That don't mean I hate other kids. So being pro-black is just something that I think that we are wonderful people. We've invented a lot of the things that's on this earth, from the red light to the cotton gin to the peanut, blood transfusion, heart transplant. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, rock and roll.
Yeah, we ain't comfortable white people saying they pro-white though, right?
Say that again.
We ain't comfortable with white people saying they pro-right though, right?
They don't have to.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
like your BET, we gotta say we got one channel and it ain't owned by black people. So it's black entertainment and this owned by white guys. So, but for us to watch it and for us to not go out of business, we got to holler out. Hey, watch us, because it's the only thing we got going. And so watch us before we don't have this. So we have to call it black something so we could get some attention so we can stay on the air. But like I say, right now, 2017, you got regular TV. You don't need cable. You got regular TV and turn it on and flip the channels and see how long it take you to see a black person. I'm talking about on commercials or a TV show.
Really?
Yeah, right now today.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, just start from 2 and work your way up and see how does it work.
Your question was why do I think black people are the only ones that says too many black people around?
Yeah. Yes, TC.
I mean, I heard that statement before. I'm not gonna lie,
right?
But it was a certain type of black person. They said it was too many a certain type of black person around us. I heard that before. I mean, let's be real for a minute, man. I mean, you know why people say that. I mean, I ain't heard that when you're amassing around other black people. I don't hear that. There's too many black people next to me on Farmer Road. But when I did used to hear when a girl moved next door with like 8 kids, and they all up at night and I can worry about her brother trying to break in and stuff. You know what I mean? It did come out. So it's a type of person to me.
You're talking about a class again.
The class again, right? It's not. I mean, because it's not an areas that's fully black on these blocks and nice areas, and I don't hear that. But in the hoods, in certain areas, when it feel like they only let a certain class of black people next to you, so you got to worry about this person breaking in your house now. You got to worry about this, you know. So that's all I can think of.
I get around a lot, and I hear it all the time. And that's the sad part. It's not the class at that time. It's just black. You know, I'm one of the lightest people you know, and I was called the N word when I moved to Roseland, and I was like the man with no island. With black people, I was called white boy, Casper the ghost, leave it to Beaver. And then the white people was calling me the N word and this and that. So for a light skinned guy coming up, it's a lonely place to be. No. So I had to learn how to fight.
I don't know, man. Where you come up?
Roseland.
I said weird because now y'all was out, with different eras, I guess, because y'all had it made.
Like I was coming up. The light skin. That's what he think.
No,
because see what I'm saying.
You had good hair too.
Yeah.
Say you got good hair too.
Bro, man, you kid for real.
Look like Franco Harris, man. You look like Franco Harris.
Wait, what you saying is that when I got older, the payoff came. I was the ladies' man. But I'm saying up until then, kids are brutally honest.
Right.
And they talk about you and they say what their parents say. So when they come outside, it was like white boy or you think you better than us because you light skinned. So if you look at my hair, I got teeth marks. Man, all in my hair, I was fighting since kindergarten. And we was getting chased like in Roseland, as bad as Roseland's become, with black people. Michigan Avenue was, if you got off the bus at 6 or 6:30, you got beat half to death by white people. And their choice of weapons was baseball bats, Coca-Cola bottles, and golf clubs. And then, like I say, shortly after that, then when all blacks moved in, then I was, white boy and Casper the Ghost. So we had to fight again. So it's just a matter of how you carry yourself to an extent, because first I started out as a fighter. Then I started figuring out I can't do this the rest of my life. In school, I was getting suspended, and not kicked out the school, but, missing days of school. And then my mother, had to explain to me, hey, you can get these beat downs when you come home. Don't care about you getting bad grades, because sometimes you might not learn the lesson, but your behavior, you could check that. So, I started had to have tough skin and hear people call me, certain names and being able to deal with. But like I say, our race has, just been beat up, and we still haven't overcome it yet.
What's funny is, man, I take risks that I'm probably not even supposed to take in black communities, just because there's no way in the world I'm finna live in this existence and be scared of black folks in bad areas. Don't get me wrong. I'm not so cocky to the point where, I'm gonna go over there. Nah, yeah. I'm conscious. I'm cautious, right. But I live on, like in the city, right? So yeah. I go down Stony Island all the time. Like, it's like I go through Hyde Park sometimes, but sometimes I go down Stony and go stop in stores on purpose.
Right.
I cannot be scared of black people. But, because of that, I done got robbed by gunpoint by a black person. I know it's bad seeds in every race, but I am committed to be naive enough to keep getting robbed, because I'm going to keep going to that store right there.
Right.
I'm going to go to those stores right there. I hope shooting don't break out, but that's my personal. I wouldn't put my family in harm.
Right.
But me personally as a man, I'm going to walk through there. I'm going to walk through there and I'm going to make them make decisions sometimes of somebody who going to get a pop in that store.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Now, if I see 10 dudes standing outside that store, I think I'm just going to drive down the block today. Right. So I'm cautious, but I still got to navigate. Right. You know what I mean? Because I think it'll lose credibility if I never navigate in those certain elements or certain areas. I lose credibility as saying that I care about what happened in the condition of the black
Right.
people. You know, and I'm not pushing anybody to do something that they're uncomfortable with.
Right.
But I think the commitment is Harvey will never get better until some conscious-minded people move to Harvey.
Okay.
You know, Roseland will never get better unless somebody conscious-minded move to Roseland.
Right.
Somebody successful got to move to Roseland. We
Right.
can't expect people that is living in poverty to pull themselves up out of poverty just off their own hopeful might.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take successful people navigating through these areas in order for them to bring the area up. You know, it's like an example with Duke and Michigan. You remember how Coach Steve Fisher was the coach of Michigan,
Okay.
and then Coach K was the Coach K ain't gonna recruit the same people Steve Fisher will recruit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, don't expect somebody who go to Duke, they getting recruited as a certain style. So it'll take somebody from Park Forest, community trustees in Park Forest, to go take that practice to make that good neighborhood in Park Forest, take that practice to the officials over in Roseland.
Right.
So that they can show them why their community, the structure, their financial structure is the way it is, why it's a productive community.
Okay.
I think that's what it takes, more than just hoping that those people pull themselves up by themselves.
Well, if we had the true answer to how to fix the problem, we'd be multi-billionaires and we'd probably be dead, because I don't think that they want the problem to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can tell you this, it's a whole lot of different components of how to fix it. Let me explain this to you. If you go to the bank right now to get a loan, what kind of car you like? What's your number one car?
Oh man, number one car, Maybach.
Maybach.
Oh yeah, I gotta get realistic.
Yeah, get a little bit realistic.
A van. I love vans.
Okay, how much is it?
About brand new.
Yeah,
about 50, probably 50,000.
Okay, now if you're looking at, because I got a Chevy Express 5 TVs, surround sounds, and all that in it, so you're probably looking at around 75,000. Now, what's the chances of you getting a $75,000 loan to open up a business?
Yeah, slim or none.
And most of the people that live around you, they won't give them a $75,000 loan to open up a business. So you agree with that? But they'll give them a $75,000 loan for a car. And they'll give them a $75,000 loan for a house to keep us in debt. You see?
Yeah.
So with that business, it's going to open up opportunities, jobs, and growth. And that's what hold us back in our community. One of the things. Okay, the other thing is prison. Well, we got guys coming out of prison every day now for crimes they didn't commit. But let's say the ones who don't get out, let's say the ones who did commit a crime, when they get out, who's going to employ them? So when the guards make a joke saying, they'll say, hey man, I'm gone, I'm out. They say, we'll see you later. It's a joke, because they know they're going to return. And then people say, hey, he been in and out of jail. Well, what else he going to do? You like eating? Mm-mm. I do too. Uh-huh. You like dressing? You like taking your girl out or buying your kids something? I don't know what man don't. And if you don't give me a job, that don't take away my desire to take care of me and my family. So when you don't hire me, I'm going to go do what I got to do. But here's the weird thing about this. Listen to this. They lock us up in a prisons, right? And the prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation. And after we go through your rehabilitation center, you let us out in the world, your rehabilitation won't even hire us. See, on the average, when you get locked up, you can't work for the city, the state, the county, or the feds. And these are the people who put you in jail, in their system. So they saying that their system is corrupt. So they should be locked up, maybe. Right? Now, look, when they lock them up and don't give them a job, and they go out here and do something else, but while you watching the news, all these lawmakers are going to prison.
Right.
So see, something, man, the system is nuts right now.
Right, and all these Republicans getting caught.
Yeah.
With
well, we got some Democrats. We got them on both aisles. And I never known a politician not elected official. I never known a politician that get caught with their hand in a cookie jar with $1,000 or 5,000. That's when they get caught, they getting caught. Yeah, they get it. They get it.
We speaking on a race thing and speaking on this for a minute. I want y'all opinion on Colin Kaepernick. Okay, that's on my mind. I just want y'all opinion. Start with you, Jerome. What's your opinion if like right now? I'm not gonna start all the.
I think it's crazy, man.
Okay.
I think, man, we do everything that the society tell us to do, and we do it, and we still wrong. This man did a quiet protest, and hell broke loose across the whole entire nation. Now, you look at one of the guys who spoke against him, what was his name? Ray Lewis, that escaped murder, and he got the audacity to talk about a brother that kneeled. Now, do you all know how the pledge and all of this kind of stuff that came about with the NFL?
I heard about it, but I forgot it.
So see, when they talk about saluting the flag for honor and all of that kind of stuff, that's not even what it's there for. It became a mainstream recruitment tool for the service. It was advertisement for the service. They were trying to get the numbers up in the Army, Navy, and Marines. And they paid the NFL money to do this and try to make the things patriotic, if you will. And so now when those recruiters say sign right here, you already right here. But that's how it came out. They paid them some money. Then the next go around, they paid them more money. So they paid them millions and millions of dollars to be able to do this. So it didn't come out because they respected the country or they was honoring the flag. That was a marketing tool that they used. But we bought into it, and I think that, like they say, they took some of the lyrics out of it, and I think that I don't think that he disrespected the flag in any way. He's saying that what the flag's supposed to stand for is for everybody, and everybody is not being respected on the same. By the way, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, I just spoke at a Stop the Violence at one of the panelists, and it just knocked me off my feet when people have a problem with that term, Black Lives Matter. That's the lowest form of respect that a person could get.
That's a deep way of saying it.
Black Lives Matter. They not saying Black lives are better than. They ain't saying Black lives is equal to. They say Black Lives Matter.
Black lives just matter.
That's it. They say, and the reason why they saying it is because we getting murdered in the streets for nothing, in the back, getting shot in the back.
Yeah, it's
with no weapons.
Right.
No crimes. Hey, give me your ID. You reach for your ID and they shoot you 5-6 times. Sometimes they just running away.
So how should we respond if just say Colin, my purpose of asking that question was if Colin Kaepernick for some reason be blackballed for real, like right now for other quarterbacks.
Right now he is blackballed.
Other quarterbacks, let's right for now, let's keep it factual. A lot of other quarterbacks ain't been signed either.
Yeah, like Jay Cutler.
Anyway, go ahead though with your point.
I know you ain't that dude.
Go ahead with your point, TC.
He know I can't stand Cutler.
Yeah, you like anyway, go with your point. Anyway, so the point I'm making is what, if anything, we should do.
I've already turned out the NFL.
That's what I feel.
I'm not going to. In most things I tell you about me being an elected official, I don't have to tell you about what I'm going to do or what I want to do. I can tell you what I've already done and what I'm working on. I turned off the NFL. I turned it off. Yeah. When these owners was getting out talking crazy about what this guy was doing, we prefer to save whales, beached whales, instead of helping a community of Black people.
What bothered me about the Colin Kaepernick thing is that it seems that I'm gonna call it the way I want to call it. it seemed like mostly the white people who got offended, the white ones who got offended by Colin Kaepernick kneeling to the flag are more offended than him kneeling to the flag than the police officers that overreacted and murdered somebody. They don't seem to have that same offense. I'm talking about the ones who got offended. That's, to me, that's the thing that's more revealing. Right. That's messed up. Like, how you so worked up talking about, oh my God, I just don't even want to. That's my white person voice, I think. Yeah, oh my God, I just don't want to deal with, I don't even bring Colin Kaepernick up again.
Right.
But you're not offended by somebody who shot the 12-year-old boy in Cleveland, Tamar Rice. Right.
Yeah.
You're not offended, because he had a toy gun. You're not offended by somebody who
Trayvon Martin, when he got chased down, the police said, hey, stop, don't follow him. And you chase him down and murder him, and everybody says okay.
Yeah. So that's the problem that I have with it, TC.
Yeah. And I was thinking about, I was listening to a lot of responses from like Richard Sherman and supporting them, But I do feel, because you got some of the community talk about he shouldn't have did anyway, and how these white people are and all of them talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, we got just like we it's a difference, but at the same time, it's good and bad in everybody. It's good white people, bad white people, good black people, bad black people. When change come is when we get together. When whites and black get together, that's what stops slavery. That's what stops us riding on the back of the bus and things of that nature. If we try to just do it on our own, I'm telling you, the success just wouldn't be there. The only time that I see something happening is when people finally get together and come together for one common cause. You're shaking your head.
Go ahead.
I don't agree with none of that.
But what I'm saying is facts.
I mean that's
it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
I don't know what fact you got that from. Because
with slavery, I don't like the guy, but Abraham Lincoln is the one who made it legal to make slavery illegal. He's a white guy.
Oh my goodness.
That's a fact.
Man, listen.
Now they had to vote on it. It wasn't black politicians at that time, but we was the foot soldiers in the grass world.
So you're a Christian?
I
believe
in God.
I'm just saying, you sound like a Christian.
No, I believe in God, and I go to church, but I'm not a church
about
goer.
that.
I mean, because it's like
why is everything about
because
that?
The more I'm just saying, man, the more I study who I am as a black man, like we study who we are. Mm-hmm. You start. It's like a lot of things. I'm gonna keep learning it first.
You're gonna do what first?
I keep learning what I'm learning first before I really make it a statement in my life. But it's getting there because I see it. The number one problem with us black people is Christianity. What they did to us, where they brainwashed us to believe that the white man is some kin of us.
Somewhat.
Some kin of us. One of us. That's the biggest problem with us to this day. If we're going to be religious, but we're not. So instead of attacking the religion, which I really don't want to do, but have to be realistic, what I will say is we need to stay who we are. And I believe if black people and black men especially and discover who we are and the importance of who we are and the things that's not being told to us that we really are, I think coming together as black people would be a whole different. It'll be, first of all, it'd be tremendous, and it'd be more astounding, and it'll be a big effect than having to get a white person on our side for it to work.
I don't agree with that in this sense. Straight up.
No, you don't. You're a Christian too.
No, that ain't. But see, that's stereotypical for you to say that. Why? That's why I don't agree with it. That's stereotypical to say. It's like just like you said, you learning. Like we going through, like we learning things. What I'm learning is self-preservation. I learned self-preservation. If I'm thirsty, if I'm hungry, and I'm starving to death, I don't care who give me the water, who give me the food. If it's a white person, a black person, a Chinese person, because my focus is self-preservation.
But once you get your water, you gonna keep going to them.
My point
once
is,
you get your water, are you gonna keep going to the white person?
My point is, if I'm going to get, if I'm thirsty, if I'm dying of thirst, and I pass, just say whatever, 1,000 black people, then a white person give me some water. then I'm gonna have an appreciation for that person, whoever that person is, whether they white, black,
Just
or
like
other.
the Christians got appreciation when they let y'all decide to vote now. And
Well,
just like the brothers got a lot of appreciation to decide to let y'all sit in the front of a bus now. Because y'all, no, Bob.
That's not.
No.
Well, all I'm saying, well,
That's
it
our
could be
problem, bro.
Well, the problem is, okay, no, the problem.
That is our problem.
Well, my point is this.
Our problem.
See, life is always about self-preservation. That's what life is about. That's what life is. Regardless, I don't care who you are, black, white, or whatever. So as you learning how to self-preserve yourself, you networking with whoever gonna help you do that. I think that's the bigger issue than anything. That's the biggest issue.
See, no, brother. I mean, let's be real.
I'm just saying,
I
think that's the biggest issue, because if you don't
let's take my statement for where it came from.
Okay.
Right? He said, we're going back to where it came from. In order for us and them, right? And that what the statement was? This is where it's coming from now. In order for us to get it right, we can't do it without the white person.
Oh, I said that.
Right. So I'm saying this is what
I
all
didn't say that. You asked him, was he a Christian?
No, the point I'm making, yes, I asked a question.
Right.
We said, let's get where it's coming from before we go on to self-preservation, all the other things. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying and don't agree with that is because, to me, until we learn who we are, like really not what they telling us who we are, things they're not telling us about us, once we start learning that, I guarantee you won't be a Christian. You won't even look at the thing. You will see why we as a people have been held back, because they put things in front of us to make us not respond and make it wrong to respond like you're supposed to respond. You, according to what our teaching is, forgive. You're gonna be okay when you die. Just respect your master's slaves. Turn the other cheek. It'll be okay. The message. Not.
I mean, just because you getting emotional don't mean it's all accurate. Everything you're saying.
Okay, so what a part is not accurate then, since it's emotional?
What I'm talking
what
about.
What part is not accurate? What I just say was not in the Bible. It's not accurate, Bob. Tell me one thing I just said was not in the Bible.
I'm talking about, like, that's the whole thing. That's not
the whole thing.
You're making it sound like it.
No, what I'm saying, you getting defensive because now you're gonna sit there and say everything I just said out of my mouth came as from the Bible.
I'm getting defensive because you're offensive. You're being offensive. That's why I was getting defensive. Like,
you want to say?
It's like that's what I'm saying. That's all we're saying. Anyway, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish your point.
No, it don't even matter my point, because what I'm saying is, again, instead of you talking about me because I'm getting emotional.
I'm not talking about you.
What I'm just saying. What I'm saying though, Bob, is this, and it's a fact. What I'm saying, the master part comes out the Bible. It's not no me looking around. This a fact. Okay. The turn of the cheek comes from the Bible. That's not me making this up.
Okay.
Them mentalities is where we are right now.
Okay.
And us trying to believe that the people that can't even stand in the sun is our brothers. For y'all to sit there and really believe, do whatever mechanism they put in y'all to keep certain mentalities out, y'all gonna ignore another fact. Take your white brother and go on the lakefront with no copper tone, and let's see how y'all alike.
Okay, but all I want to hear, you control. That's what I want to hear. I hear a lot of talk, but I don't hear what you can control all the way to fruition, all the way to the end. I don't hear what your priorities.
I know what I can't control.
I don't hear what you
put in my mind. I control what I listen to. I control what I believe in. I control all that. I don't gotta believe what nobody else is telling me when it's facts in my face. Instead of honoring them facts, I'm gonna make a little potholes not to attack them. I don't gotta do that. Okay. I have I one thing I can do. I can sit there and be proud to say you can miss me with that Christianity stuff until you give me a fact. But I can give you a fact, and you still are trying to find some other things to say to go against what I'm saying without even attacking the fact. But I bet they put in the Bible that you'll listen to it.
No, that's not the problem.
That's the problem.
Everybody, everybody is fine.
Put in the Bible, you'll respect it, you'll listen, you'll fall in line.
See, I just came from Africa, where they got tribalism, where they believe in an idolatry. All black people separated. There's no conclusive way of thinking. Everybody's separated.
Where they come from?
The point is, if it's divided over there, and then we're divided over there, at least we can say we look like we could be possibly from some idol worshipers. They believe in the sun. They believe this tribe believes in the moon. So my point is, I tried to bring it back to what I can control, because that's the only thing you gonna. At the end of the day, it's gonna be down to what TC control.
But you talking about, if you're gonna talk about the tribes and all this stuff you talking after command. You're not talking where it beginning. So you want to understand why people come from all that. You got to go attack the beginning and what made them brothers got to the tribes and tribulations and all the other stuff that came after. So when you stated who you are,
see the point
stated who we are.
Point is, TC, we limited to how many years you gonna be here? 70. We trying to go back.
No,
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, what we know is established principles. I know gravity. I know how my body function. I know how my eyeballs work.
No, you don't know your body function.
No.
You know they told you your body function.
Here's the
point.
They
told you how your body function.
Here's the point. At the end of the day, here's my only point. At the end of the day, it's gonna be down to what you can control. At the end of this day, I'm smart enough to know that. I'm smart enough to know that. And if as long as we don't never take control of what we can control, we're going to always be looking to be in a disposition of a victim.
What you mean control? You control what you listen to.
You control what you say.
So
that's what you control. So you focused on that.
Hey, if I could say something without yelling real quick, if I could bring it down a notch, like you said earlier, I caught on fire. And I could give a less who came to help me, which people came to help me, and they saved my life. Right now, I'm teaching my son love. I'm not gonna never tell him that race and color don't matter. I don't want him to say he's colorblind, because it is a difference and stuff. But the bottom line is it's about love. And I know he said that we wrapping up. If I could throw myself a pitch, early voting has started Monday. In the south suburbs, particularly Park Forest, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. My name is Jerome Brown. I've been fighting for the community, for all of the people, for the whites and blacks, the Hispanics. We got some Martians. I got them too. And I think we just need to start learn to love each other a little bit more and get some positive actions and respect each other if you don't love each other.
Man, thanks for listening to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Please don't get offended. That's how me and TC real friendship is. That's the first time y'all actually saw it. It's like that all day. So, hey, thanks. Listen again next week. Thanks for our guest, Jerome Brown, trustee from Park Forest, in the building. One more time. How can they get in contact with you real quick? One more time.
Actually, early voting is 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday of this week. And Tuesday from 7 to, that'd be Tuesday the 4th, 7 to 7. Please come out. We usually have a low turnout when it comes to voting. Please come out and vote.
You're listening to Jaw Jacking with Bob and TC. Deuces. Earl Winfrey, deuces.